'Tis the season to be greedy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. I hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, and that there's an awesome plan for your life. There's a growing trend in the Pokemon card collecting space that viewing Pokemon cards as investments and just pure financial assets and gains is ruining the fun of the Pokemon card collecting hobby. This is something that I actually see quite often in my comments. People saying that people investing in Pokemon cards more often than not is basically ruining the fun of collecting. It's making it not as enjoyable anymore. It's making it hard to get things. But I really want to encourage everybody, because I see this often, people saying this in comments. And with the rise of a lot of Pokemon card investing, with a lot of crazy things going on in the market, like we're seeing with Prismatic Evolutions right now, where market price is just stupid high and the set isn't even released. There's a lot of people that think this investment mindset and grading everything has ruined the joy of collecting. We have a lot of people that have been in the hobby for a long time that maybe are casual collectors that are really discouraged by this. When you have a set that's coming out that everything is 3 times MSRP and it's not even out yet, that is discouraging to the casual collector. When you have a casual collector who just wants to buy a card that they think is cool, but it's selling for, $3,000 in a PSA 10, even though it's only been out for a month, and then that makes a raw copy of it $250, that turns off the casual collector. And I can understand both sides of the story. I can understand the people that want to invest in Pokemon cards. And let's just talk about real quick. When I say invest, I mean people that are actually buying sealed product or cards and holding them for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. Not people that are buying things and immediately flipping them. Not stores that are taking brand new products that aren't even released yet and flipping them for 3 times MSRP. I'm talking about investment in the sense of somebody taking their money and investing it and buying something and not touching it for a long time in the speculation that that is going to go up in value over time, which it likely will. I can understand people doing that because Pokemon cards are incredibly popular. I can also understand people getting upset about it, thinking that it's driving prices up and making things unattainable. I can understand that as well. But one of the encouragements that I want to give you as we go into Christmas and as we're in the holiday season, and I know people might be looking to buy Pokemon cards for presents, people might be looking to buy, specific graded cards for presents. It can be difficult and it can be discouraging when you're seeing insane prices on some of the newest, most hyped cards and hyped sets. My encouragement is, yes, while this investment mentality is incredibly pervasive and it's not necessarily wrong, but it doesn't have to be something that ruins the hobby for you. I would encourage that if you're allowing this, or if this perspective is making you think that the hobby is being ruined, I would encourage you to actually get out and go to some events at your local game stores for Pokemon. The game stores that support their customers and offer good prices and also put on pre-releases and put on play nights. When you get yourself in those environments, you see that the Pokemon card collecting hobby is alive and well, that there are plenty of people that just want to play and maybe get their trade binder out and trade things for fair value, and that aren't always 100% concerned about flipping the biggest and greatest thing. Now, as far as this investment mindset and the grading everything mindset, making it harder for casual collectors to get into the hobby or to buy the things that they want, the thing that I want to challenge with that, mindset is one, I can understand that mindset, but I want to challenge, if you do get an opportunity to look at the history or listen to people who pay attention to the history, when we have things that are coming out, available, or have just come out. Let's use Prismatic Evolutions as an example. Let's use Surging Sparks as an example for the price of some of its cards and the price of some of the cards in it. When you have things like that that are the newest set that are really high and really expensive, and if that's discouraging you as a casual collector, my encouragement would be, if the brand new hot thing is too expensive, stop worrying about the brand new hot thing. There are plenty of releases from Pokemon from the current era, the Scarlet and Violet era, that are easy to get and easy to open and find and get at reasonable MSRP or just above MSRP. And then if you focus on that and have fun with that, as time goes on and the next 2, 3, 4 sets are out, guess what? The things that are hot right now will very likely, if history trends of history show us how things are going to go, very likely the sets that are out and hot right now will be much easier to get and much more affordable to get down the line. If you're just wanting to casually collect, there's stuff out there. If you're wanting to buy only certain things, then you can watch the market on the singles that you want. You can watch the market on the graded cards that you want. Like the Pikachu SIR from Surging Sparks is a perfect example. When the set just came out, the PSA 10 was selling for like $3,000, which is insane, and that's dropped by more than half. I think the PSA 10 is selling for around $1,000, maybe a little bit more than $1,000. You can check my math on that if you want, but that's a prime example of like, oh god, I'm a Pikachu collector, I have to have this card in a PSA 10. $3,000 is insane. Okay, now it's $1,000 or whatever it is. That means that the raw card is going to be, equivalently more affordable. So, is the Pokemon card investing trend killing the Pokemon card hobby and collectability? I don't think that it is. It is making things more challenging, and it makes it to where you have to be a little more creative and be okay with not having the newest set when it comes out. Prismatic Evolutions being a prime example, because people are losing their ever-loving minds over it and charging way more than the actual MSRP is. My advice is, if the hottest thing that's out is too expensive or too hyped, and you're just really, really passionate about Pokemon cards, don't focus on the hottest thing out. Pokemon has, 6 releases every year? Lots of people I've heard saying, oh, Prismatic Evolutions is too hyped. I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to focus on completing, my Surging Sparks or completing my Pokemon 151 or whatever it is. You don't have to focus on the hottest, newest thing that's coming out in order to be passionate about Pokemon cards and in order to have fun collecting Pokemon cards. And if you're a player, a Pokemon card player, then it typically doesn't matter what's hyped or not. You're really only looking at a handful of cards from a set that usually have common and very affordable versions that you can put in your deck. I say usually. So as we go into the holiday season, wanted to give a little bit of hope, wanted to give a little bit of good luck and, inspiration as we go into Christmas. And if you're a Pokemon card collector or you're buying cards for a Pokemon card collector, enjoy what's out. Enjoy the things that are out. You don't have to have the newest, greatest, most expensive thing. Be patient, because you're likely going to be able to find it later on when there's a bunch of reprints, because Pokemon's in the business of making money, and they're not just going to not reprint something that's selling for $100 in Elite Trainer box just because they want to throw money on the ground and waste money. No, they want that money. It's going to get a reprint. It's going to be easier to find later on down the line if it's brand new. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. That's free for you to do, and it really helps the channel a whole lot. And check this video out right there. YouTube says you'll like it. Like I always say, my friends, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. Merry Christmas.